All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show, NBA legend. Now he's back home in his hometown, Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State Tigers head coach Mo Williams with the nice hat he got out there repping this school. What's good, Mo? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I can't complain, Mo. It's 101 in the 8 today, man. The humidity and the heat is here. It's crazy, brother.
I got you.
It's all good. Well, Mo, man, how's it feel to be back home, man? Did a great job at Alabama State the last 2 years now, moving over here to the Jackson State Tigers, man. How's it feel, man?
Feels like home, man. This is my city I was born and raised in. Played a lot of high school games in this building. Know a lot of people that's on campus that's around the city. It feels like home.
No doubt, Mo. And I ask you, man, how have you grown as a coach the past 2 years? Running your own program, seeing how things operate in the college ranks now, and working on your schemes. How's it been for you, man, to grow these last 2 years, brother?
Man, growth is everything, man. And the greatest thing about not having a lot of experience is you don't have any fear of change, because I'm not set in my ways. I'm not a 20-year veteran in this thing where I'm scared of change. So it's exciting, just building upon each and every year. The mistakes you make, the things that work, and trying something different, trying to be better than you were before. My goal is to be better than I was yesterday. And I apply that, obviously to coaching also. Each and every year I want to be better. So I'm going into year 3 as a head coach, year 5 as a Division one coach with the 2 years I was assistant. I plan on and working toward being better than I was last year. And that's the ultimate goal, being better and better each and every year. And the ultimate goal is obviously winning a championship, getting to the level where you winning championships and competing for one each and every year.
And Mo, how easy for you, man, with schemes schematically wise, brother? You played in the NBA all those years, man, and showing these guys NBA schemes. Some of these college kids never seen them before, and you all can run up stuff that that works really, really well on certain defenses. How's it going for you guys?
It's two different games, but the schemes and the things that you do, they're the same. The college game has changed since I played in college 20-some odd years ago. It's more open face. It's a lot of more pick and rolls in college now, which 20 years ago it wasn't. It was just two different basketball type of games when you're talking about scheme wise, but it's no different. Now, it's spreading the floor, going small at times, pick and roll, dribble drive. Those things has really evolved in the college game. So I came at a great time to actually bring the type of basketball I've played over the last 15 years and teach it to these guys because they're kind of familiar with it now because they're running pick and roll in high school, and they spreading the floor in high school. They're getting up and down the floor trying to get quick and easy buckets down, 5, 6 seconds, 8 seconds on the shot clock, trying to get a quick shot, a good quick shot. Those things has really evolved in our game. And for me to come in and teach that to them the way I want to play, it's not foreign to them like you would think.
Yeah, like I said, because you have 4 years on me, Mo. So I remember when we was coming up going to school, it was about having a stretch 4-man. Now it's about a stretch 5 and having 5 out, winning 5 out. So first when we was in college to now, it's like night and day, like you said, man. It's wild, but I love it.
Absolutely, man. And like I said, you want to be able to evolve with the game, and that's how you stay in the game. You have to evolve with the game.
No doubt. Mo, let me ask you this, man, and for us players-wise, and, how have players changed since, you in 01 and me in 05?
Social media, man. Social media. That's what I want to say, to answer your question, man. Social media has evolved, and these kids are, engulfed in social media, and there's no way around it. And as coaches and as adults that didn't come up in that era, we have to evolve with that. We have to get them to understand, or we have to understand that that's going to be around. That's going to be here. We just got to do different tactics to keep them focused, and keep them on the same goal because, social media is instant. It's right then, right there, and a lot of time that can go either way.
And Mo, I think this too, Mo, is that, with guys from our generation, we're used to adversity. these kids, social media, all those people around them, they want to check out as soon as something don't go their way. That's why I like the portal, but I hate at the same time, Mo, because guys don't understand how to fight through adversity, wait for the opportunity, work for the opportunity, not because I'm not playing, so I want to leave. So I feel like that's kind of hurting kids as well. Like those who are around them, giving them, well, you should be playing, you should leave. Nah, earn your spot, earn your keep. Now just leave because you're not getting your way right away.
Well, I mean, you said a mouthful, and that's, you know, the era we live in now. Because these guys, when I say guys, these kids, they are on social media, you know, and if they see someone else, you know, getting accolades or playing somewhere else, and they feel a certain way because they not getting the opportunity, and they want to look for the greener grass on the other side. And as we know, the grass is not always greener on the other side. You know, you're good where you're at. The best spot is where you're at. You just got to keep fighting and keep plugging and not shy away from adversity like you spoke about. Adversity builds strength. It builds character. And it's, you know, the transfer portal has really enhanced that in a bad way. Obviously, it gives guys opportunity if they're in a bad situation, because you have those percentile of kids that need to go to another situation. It's just toxic or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I would say, you know, it's a large percentage of these kids are making the wrong decision by going into the transfer portal thinking the grass is greener on the other side. And we're early on in the transfer portal, and I think a lot of kids are getting a rude awakening when they do that. And I think it'll kind of shut down. You know, in time, it's going to take some years where these guys get to understand that, well, it ain't that sweet when I get in that portal, so I might want to stay where I'm at, and this is the best opportunity for me to be successful.
No doubt, Mo, and I kind of look at it this way too, Mo. You know, for me with this show, bro, people want me to go sign with somebody that's a name, but I feel like I can't interview Mo Williams when I want to. I gotta ask somebody, can I interview Mo Williams? I don't want that. I don't want to sign my life where they right there, Mo. I want to be able to talk to you if I want to, not because I have to ask somebody for their approval. That's why I like having owning my own stuff for 12 years, not having nobody control me. So kind of like you said, the grass house greener. The check might be bigger, but I don't feel the same way after I sign that check on my name on that paper, Mo.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree, man. I agree with you 1,000%, man. And one thing about controlling your own destiny, you know, that's valuable. That's a valuable asset to have as a human being, for one. You know, you want to be able to control the road that you're on. And when bumps in the road, you want to be able to figure it out on your own instead of stopping and turning around and going a different direction. You still can get to that same direction. It's just a wall up. How do you get around that wall? You can't run through it. Well, go around it. You know, so they don't understand not going around the wall instead of, oh, I can't go through this wall too high and too thick. But you ain't take the time to walk down to the edge, and it's a cut right there where you can get through it. So they don't understand the aspect of just fighting through something and understanding that when things are not going your way, it's never personal, you know, and then you got to take accountability of your situation. You know, they don't take the time to really evaluate their situation. You know, just for example, you got a freshman that want to come in and you feel like you want to play, and it's a team full of juniors and seniors. In his mind, well, I'm better than this senior, I'm better than this junior, or I can play just as good as he can play. But this kid been in the program 3 years. You know, he done earned his time to play. Your time is not now. That don't mean you can't play. That don't mean you won't play. And that's why you get so many freshmen early on in the transfer portal, because they didn't play their freshman year. They don't want to earn their minutes. They don't want to wait their turn. And that's happening so often in today's game, which in the past it hasn't.
And Mo, what's crazy is dudes are quitting on the AAU team. I don't transfer to the AAU team, especially in Atlanta. I'm seeing it like, for real? Because the AAU team ain't just leaving because you ain't getting mad. But Mo, these kids are cut different, bro. And I'm like, wow. I would never think that way when I was that age. You know, no, like, for real?
I agree.
No doubt. And Mo, man, let me ask his brother, like, being where you went, man, Jackson State, I feel like HBCUs are now getting more shine now since what happened to George Floyd, Brown Taylor, all the last 2020. So having more resources at Jackson State now and having more spotlight, how's it been for you recruiting guys who now want to come to HBCU, have an experience, getting coached by legends like yourself, and be around people that look like them?
Well, people that look like them, but actually being able to give them all the tools that they need to be successful, where not selling the fact of come to a HBCU, come to somewhere. No, I say this all the time. People always identify, I'm going to just say Jackson State, this other school too that's HBCU. HBCU Jackson State. You never say ACC Georgia Tech. You never say SEC Georgia. You say Georgian. You say Georgia Tech. Why not say Jackson State? We're Division I basketball. We compete for the same championship they compete with. But they always try to say that narrative or push that narrative like we less than. HBCU Jackson State. No, we're a Division I program. So we're Jackson State University. There's no different. And that's what we sell our kids on, getting them to understand that we have everything that anybody else has. We competing for the same thing that everybody else is competing for. We have great coaches. We have a great coaching staff. That's all the way down the board from men's basketball to women's basketball, obviously with football. You can come here and be just as successful as anywhere else. And the narrative is so big where they feel like they're taking a step down by coming to a Jackson State. And that's the narrative that we are changing.
No doubt, Mo. I feel the same way, brother. I'm a graduate of Tennessee State. They look at us like people's like, JR, I said, look what I did. I did it at Tennessee State. I own my own SHIT. I own it. So right. And I'm successful. Right. I came from a TNSU, HBCU. Right. I came from there. But see, like you said, people always look at it like we're less than or it's inferior. No, the SWAC, the MEAC, and Tennessee State and OVC, like you said, we have everything. And our degrees count too, and we matter. But I feel like even in the national media, it's always like SWAC and the MEAC. It's always don't cover us when something bad happens, Mo. Not when something good happens. It's always some bad, or maybe we win something. How about like today, a random day in June, cover Jackson State basketball today? Do that for once. Sure. Not just when something good happens that you perceive as good.
Exactly. No, I agree. I agree 1,000%. And that's a narrative that we're continue to change. And obviously, we have one of the best at it, with Coach Prime over here, that's able to push that narrative out and really touch these kids, these 5-star kids, 4-star kids, and really touch them, and obviously I'm touching them also. And then, and women basketball coach Tamika Reed don't get the credit she deserves. I mean, she bringing in these kids from all over the country, coming from bigger schools, signing them out of high school, and continue to do a great job. And she's dominating the conference.
No doubt, Mo. And I got two more for you, brother. How has it been trying to get the non-conference games scheduled? I know that's part of the game, and it's SWAC. You got to give us some guaranteed games, but also get some people to come to Jackson and play you all. How's it been for you so far, my brother?
Well, I mean, obviously that's one aspect of our situation in our league, rather. We have to go play what they call buy games. They are buy games. We raise money, and unfortunately, we're not at the point where other schools are, where they can bring teams to their home court and give them money and get 5 or 6 non-conference home games. We're not in the liberty to do that. So, we have to go play 12, 13 games straight on the road. But that we use it in a positive that makes us stronger. We have to face adversity. We have to travel. We have to do all these things to get ready for conference play. But that's a narrative that hopefully down the road, obviously with the notoriety we're getting and things that we get, we can get more people to get involved with economically and financially, just pouring money into the program where we have money, where we don't have to go raise that money just to survive throughout the season, and we can be able to have a great schedule where we're going into conference play, over 500. You see a lot of our schools in our conference, we're 2-10, going in. And one thing about it, I get back to the narrative, because now when we play those schools or we in conference play, and whenever the conference team that wins the tournament goes to the NCAA tournament, I never hear anybody talk about, man, this is a good team. Nope. They went 16-2 in conference play. Hey, there's no indication of their record, because they have to go on the road and play 12 games straight, against other teams that vault them. That they don't push that narrative. Never. But they'll push our record though. Well, they're a 3-10 team. They're 1-8 coming in, but they don't understand that the team we're playing that's 7-2, out of their 9 games, 7 of them been at their home place. So at the end of the day, that narrative is not pushed enough. Where the understanding of why our record, that's not an indication on what type of team we are.
That's the point I made about Alabama A&M letting go of Coach Howard, because that brother had to clean up a mess over there at Alabama A&M, and his record is, it's not bad as people said it was, Mo, and you know that. So I was like, yeah, like what you just did about Coach Howard. I said, Coach Howard is a damn good coach, but he had to deal with to get all the losses went on him. He had to buy those buy games, but folks don't see that. Like you said, Mo, they don't see that. They don't see that part, Mo.
They don't push that narrative. What they do is, you've been there 3 years, 4 years, and all of a sudden you're tickering at 500 or right below 500, but your conference, 70% win percentage. Non-conference, you had 20% win percentage, but they use all that against you, right? But at the end of the day, that's the narrative, and that's the world we in. And as coaches, we want to fight that, because we want to win. We want to have the opportunity to win, and that has to change at some point.
That's one for you, Mo. Mo, I have a side hustle called a food blog. So what is your favorite spots to eat back home in Jackson, man? So we come to Jackson, so I see you all play. Where should we go get some food at, brother?
It's crazy you asked me that, man, but my home, man, we cook at home every single day. I don't eat out at all. My wife does a great job on, in that kitchen, man. I'm talking about every single day we have a home cooked meal. I don't eat out. I bring my food to work, and things like that. But I do have, a few spots, that I go to around the city. When I want to have lunch, if it's a business type of situation. Char is one of them. It's in the city of Jackson. So whenever you're in the city, man, go to Char right off Northside Drive.
I shall, brother. I shall. I'm gonna be coming that way, because I gotta cover football, so I'll be coming that way. I'll be in Memphis for a little bit, because I do some of the Grizzlies as well. So I'm gonna come see you all play. I'm making my business come see you all play down there in Jackson, Mississippi, my brother. I'm gonna cheer you. I cheer for you, brother. I'm happy. I'll see you Vanderbilt this past year. I'll be cheering for you again. Hope to see you closer as well this year again, my brother.
I appreciate it.
Anytime, man.